Ah,
Hi.
hi. Okay, so the next movie we're going to be talking about is
Six Underground.
by director Michael Bay from Netflix, starring Ryan Reynolds. I had been interested in this one for a while because it's like Michael Bay. He's a fascinating director to me. Oh, hi there. Like I've pretty much seen all of his movies. You've seen his films too. Like you saw the Transformers movies,
Oh,
Pain and Gain. Have you ever seen Pearl Harbor, Bad Boys, Armageddon?
they all sound very familiar, so most likely I have.
Yeah. Pretty much, you've seen one Michael Bay movie. You know, it's bound to stick with you in some way, even if you absolutely hate it.
Hmm.
But now that he's done with the Transformers movies, he kind of went to Netflix to kind of do whatever the hell he wants now.
Hmm.
And with this movie, he definitely did. The base premise is that it's got Ryan Reynolds playing this billionaire who's sick and tired, who becomes sick of like all these, like dictatorships in Middle Eastern countries and third world areas. So he decides to fake his death to start a mercenary squad to take down one that has occupied Kyrgyzstan, who's almost like a Gaddafi type.
And when one person dies, they do not replace his number.
Yeah, they're all given code numbers. Like he's number one. There's an
What was it? I think it was number 4.
well, number two was this French chick who worked for the CIA. Number three was a former cartel hitman. Four was a thief who was also a parkour.
The Skywalker.
Yeah. The fifth one was a medic.
Yeah, and then
The sixth one was a driver.
that's right.
Yeah, and the seventh one was a military sniper.
So what happened was number 6 had,
They were escaping from an operation in Italy.
and he died.
Yeah. He gets like impaled with a forklift.
So instead of replacing his number, they bring in a number 7.
Yeah, a military sniper who's like feeling guilty about, ironically enough, not because of the shots he took, but actually because of the one shot he didn't take.
Because that one shot that he didn't take could have saved lives.
Yeah.
And it's to be expected with anyone in any form of military service that they're going to have some sort of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my dad is a retired Lieutenant Navy SEAL from SEAL Team 1, the very top secret one,
Mm-hmm.
not the regular SEAL Team 1. And he definitely has survivor's guilt.
And Reynolds' character gives him a chance, like, I'm going to let you take that shot. And it's
the one time that he needed to take the shot,
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was just like, no.
And it's like the whole movie's kind of this like chaotic 2.5 hour. No, it's actually only 2 hours. This chaotic 2 hour frenetic, like just like half music video, half nonstop action, just like.
And it kind of went along with trying to change the billionaire's mind about the people that were on the team.
Yeah.
That they are, in a way, a family.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like.
Because he was just treating them as numbers.
Yeah.
Not as people.
Mm-hmm. And, it's like, it's kind of weirdly reminiscent of, like, the Fast and Furious movies in that way.
Yeah.
I know you're not a fan of those, but you certainly liked Hobbs and Shaw.
I like... Let's see, what was... It was probably one of the first 2.
Yeah.
And that last one.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. That one I really liked because it brought everything back down to pretty much no tech.
Also, hey.
Versus tech.
Hey, plus also there was a line where Idris Elba literally said genocide, schmenicide. Which, this movie, Six Underground, it's like, this and Hobbs and Shaw would make a great double bill in terms of just over-the-top, ridiculous action movies. Like...
Which one's,
crazier.
Yeah.
I would almost want to say... I almost kind of have a hard time trying to figure out which one's more nuttier. because it's like, you know, like there's that one scene of Hobbs and Shaw where Dwayne the Rock Johnson literally grabs a helicopter and brings it down with his own sheer strength. But then this movie has scenes like, remember the sequence in Shanghai when they're attempting to kidnap the dictator's brother?
Yep.
And they use the THX sound effect to blow out all the windows. Oop. Oh.
I got it.
Okay. And then afterwards, they end up causing a gigantic flood in the entire building.
Yeah, but he warned everybody, I have a really bad idea. I have a really, really, really bad idea. I'm doing it. Find something to hold on to.
Yes, I like, you know, like...
And number 4 actually gets stranded a little bit because of it, and...
There's some actual tension, because it feels like he's gonna bite it. Like, you know, you think,
it does. And that one shot that number 1 didn't really want him to take was the shot to...
rescue number 4. And it actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
And, you know, like...
Because everyone ganged up on number 1 and said, yes, take the shot.
Yeah. And he did, and number 4 lived. And,
yes.
You know, that's another thing about this movie.
And from then on, it kind of started changing number 1's mind.
Yeah.
So you can actually kind of think of this as, what was that little kids show from way back then?
Oh, God. Oh, this should be interesting.
Where it's number 1.
Oh, Kids Next Door!
Yes!
Yes! This movie's like a live-action Kids Next Door!
It is! It's a live-action Kids Next Door. Because you've got the billionaire, number 1.
Yeah.
What was number 2?
He was,
the French girl.
She was a former CIA operative.
Yeah, and a number...
the cartel hitman.
And then, no.
Oh, Kids Next
Door. That chubby one.
Yeah, he was the technician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And number 3.
Number 3 in Six Underground or Kids Next Door?
Either.
Okay, Six Underground, he was a cartel hitman. Number 3 was,
a girl with
the Japanese girl. Yeah.
Number 4, they stuck to...
They were kind of the same thing. They were both blonde and from like a British country. Well, he was British. The kid in Kids Next Door was Australian. But
yeah, but they were still both blonde and both number 4.
And brash.
Yeah. And then there's number 5.
Number 5 was the chick, who was like kind of like a medic type.
Yeah.
And then in Kids Next Door, that was Cree, who was...
And believe it or not, they were, similar skin tone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
And then number 6...
I don't even know what the other characters in Kids Next Door... But I
can't remember, but it's a live-action Kids Next Door.
Yeah, right down to a ridiculous villain and silly-ass gadgets and,
yes.
like that... Remember that scene with the boat, the yacht, where they turn it into a giant magnet?
But it's like...
It's a hyper-violent adaptation of Kids Next Door.
I kind of think that number 1 in Six Underground should have been number 2.
Huh. Oh.
Because he likes his gadgets. And in Kids Next Door, number 2 is the one that likes his gadgets.
Mm.
But number 1 is the leader.
Mm-hmm.
In Kids Next Door, so you have to have some sort of leader.
Plus, you know, Ryan Reynolds' character is a super billionaire who,
yes.
you know, he's got all the money. Also, he has a really cute dog we see for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What was that, a bull mastiff or something?
No,
it was a bloodhound.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like after a certain point, like when you watch the movie, it's just kind of like, oh, this is happening? Okay.
But it was fun to watch, and when a death happened, it was sudden and out of the blue.
Yeah. And then other times
it was more calculating.
And then other times when other deaths would happen, it would be absolutely hysterical. Like, remember that one general guy who got shot through the mouth and his cigar exploded?
Yeah.
That
was funny.
Or the flashbang kill, where they shove a grenade right into the dude's mouth and his head explodes.
Or, let's see, there was one, number 4 threw him off a roof, and he landed in the road. number 3 was going, what? Was that a villain? Was that an evil guy? Or was that one of our guys? He's like, what the fuck? That's the expression he had when he was asking, was that an evil guy? That's the whole panic that he had.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Who did I just hit?
And watching...
Tell me that wasn't number 4. That's the kind of expression and emotion that was in his voice and on his face.
You know, watching this movie, it's like, it makes me happy for Michael Bay, because it's like, it just kind of feels like he's finally free from doing the Transformers movies, and like, he's just kind of now allowed to do whatever the hell he wants. Especially the fact that Netflix is just kind of like, it's started becoming a weird safe haven for filmmakers to just kind of let them go nuts with whatever project they want. Like what I showed you with The Irishman with Martin Scorsese. Cause...
Yeah. Bear in mind, some Netflix originals are shit.
Yeah, but they've been upping up the quality lately, so, you know, like with...
So, as long as whoever's making whatever keeps up the quality, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I have had wicked problems with Netflix originals in the past.
I've encountered some shitty ones too, so, you know, like...
Yeah, like them plagiarizing some stuff, like Anne with an E is supposed to get another season. No!
And I still won't forget about that crappy Death Note adaptation Netflix, even though it was also kind of unintentionally funny.
Seriously, if you...
Barbara, don't go into a rant about Anne with an E. They already heard it one of the other times you did it.
Yeah, go see that video.
Yeah, that was the Irishman review. Yes.
I thought it was the Joker.
No, maybe you did it 2 times in a row? Man, you've got a serious grudge for that thing.
Well, they plagiarized it.
Alright, I believe you. Great, I scared the dog. But...
Sophia.
Yeah, I think she's trying to escape. Like, for me personally, you know, like, this isn't for everybody's taste, because it's like, there are a lot of people who hate Michael Bay films, and I almost kind of say, even kind of like, sometimes I'm like, oh, what? What are you doing? Do you want me to hold her?
Yes,
okay.
Because my back's hurting.
Okay, alright.
Okay,
I got her. Like, there are definitely times where I've seen some of his films, and I'm not gonna lie, he has made some movies that I hate.
Well, I think every director makes at least one botched film.
Definitely, and Michael Bay's definitely a really kind of strictly love it or hate it director. You know, it's like, I've seen some people who consider him to be the Antichrist of cinema. Well, I've seen some people who think he's a technical genius. I'm kind of like... You know, like, I'm kind of more sliding on the side of... He's not a genius, but he is somebody who's, like, every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, he can be pretty good. For me personally, I happily recommend this movie, just you need to know that you're in for some dumb shit that's possibly gonna make you mad to an extent. What would you know, like, how would you recommend this? Because I can tell I liked it more than you.
If you want something that is full of yelling and screaming, family dynamic, and there's constant violence, constantly someone getting shot in the head, or
stabbed, or
run
explode,
off the road, or
falling off a building,
anything like that, then go for it. I may not have looked like I had a lot of fun watching it, but I did.
Yeah, meanwhile, I was right behind you, just kind of cackling and just being like...
And this little one doesn't give a crap.
She's a dog. She only takes craps.
She's telling on you.
So?
I know.
I speak the truth. I say things that people do not... Alright, I'll hold her.
What?
Oh, do you want me to hold her?
I was holding on.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I suppose we'll wrap up this video. Go watch 6 Underground if you get the chance. And sometime I'm probably going to be doing a review of the new Star Wars movie. That's going to be a video I'm going to be doing by myself, because you're probably not going to go.
Yeah, I've never seen the...
Any of them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
even though I have an R2-D2 plug-in. And I've got crochet patterns for R2-D2 stuff.
So I'm probably going to do a video on that pretty soon. Besides, that's coming out this weekend, and maybe anything else that comes along in our radar. Like that Spies in Disguise thing's coming out in a couple of weeks. I know you think that looks cute.
It looks hilarious.
Hey, if it's still playing around your birthday, would you want to make that a birthday movie?
Maybe. My birthday's next month. You don't need to tell them what day.
Alright. Anyway. Have a good one, people.
Bye.